Do you want the satisfaction of having all the achievements? As a person on the internet who has them, I'm obviously an expert, so please watch this 5-minute video to learn the fastest way to 100% die in the dungeon Origins. Please subscribe to the channel as I will be posting speedruns, entertaining gameplay, and more guides. This is the easiest achievement to get. On floor 1, select tutorial and then immediately skip. This next one is also very simple to get and will likely happen naturally while playing. When you are defeated and die, you unlock this achievement. Your first relic can be found as an event reward anywhere from floor 2 to 4. Here are the 3 possible events. They require a dice roll to beat. If you have silver dice, use them to increase your odds. Otherwise, basic boost and heal have higher face values than attack and block. There is also a guaranteed relic reward on floor 6. This achievement was bugged originally, but got fixed a couple days after release. Find and kill the 4 caterpillar variants: orange, red, blue, and green. You can learn more about them in my compendium, but they spawn randomly and fairly frequently with only 3 HP. As the title implies, flash dice are an easy way to defeat 2 enemies in a single turn. You kill 1 enemy with flash and then target the second one. There is also a very rare relic called Star Yo-Yo that allows damage to spill over to the next enemy. Finally, there are a handful of relics with passive damage like Toxic Cloud or Poisonous Skin that can also help with a multi-kill, although this is more difficult. Mirror dice have returned and always roll a 6, so the only reasonable placement is the end of the board. Prism is a new dice type that projects the boost from the tile it's on to its own targets. Place a prism die on one end of the board and a mirror on the opposite end. I like to think this is a Portal reference. Getting to floor 20 deserves a guide on its own, but basically, keep your deck managed. You only need 5 to 7 dice max. Choose relics that help each other out with synergy, and either keep you alive or boost your damage. Be smart about when you block incoming damage and when you kill an enemy. You can refer to my compendium for enemy details. Aim for the rider, with 3 E's, first. There is a spot on the board marked opening. Flash dice are very powerful here and have a lot of synergies. For example, Mark of the Chosen is an insane relic for this fight, since it multiplies your dice base damage by 3. Gold boost dice can roll 5s and 6s, which have a lot of blind spots on the board, so it is harder to target the rider with a gold boost than silver. Bullseye is a very powerful relic, but has a similar issue where the rider spot is more likely to be on an edge than the center 2 squares, so it's more likely to be nerfed than buffed. Once the rider is stunned, vulnerable spots open that triple the damage played on them to the scorpion. Use these spots to take out a chunk of health. This boss is much easier to kill quickly than to try to wear down. You should have a strong enough deck that you only need to survive 1 to 2 attack cycles from the scorpion before he is stunned. There are opportunities in the boss fight and in Endless to deal 100 plus damage. Use terrain to help boost up 1 spot. Boost dice improve terrain, and the Unpolished Shards relic is also very strong for glass terrain. The Mark of the Chosen One and Bullseye relics have multipliers that affect both the terrain dice and the attack dice that you play afterwards. The Collector is an event that usually appears in later floors, like 16 to 19, and can appear in Endless. Show him a terrain die, prism die, and mirror die. These each get a ×3 multiplier, so you should be able to hit the required 18 value. You may have to be specifically looking for him, as having that many special dice will crowd your hand and likely be a weak build. Once you beat the Scorpion boss, continue on to Endless mode. Every 5 floors increases the phase, which adds to enemy base health and attack values. Your deck should already be fairly small. Keep it managed to 5 to 7 dice and ignore the temptation to add more. Flash and Hollow are the most valuable modifiers, and you can easily sweep floors on turn 1 with a strong deck. You will have the opportunity to pick up most relics, but avoid the relics with obvious downsides. I'll point out Blindfold of Rage, Liquid Karma, and Crimson Blade as the worst offenders. Please comment if this helped you, and how long it took for you to get all the achievements.